Paul, a solid win on Tuesday must give the lads confidence going into Saturday's game.
Yeah, I think so. I think of late we've had some really positive performances and results on the road. So we've got to take confidence from that, but we have to take it into our home games. We've got to start getting back to solid performances and solid results at home, and hopefully what they did on Tuesday at Cheltenham will give them that belief to be able to take it into this game against Blackpool, which I do think will be a total different game. Cheltenham are quite direct, but really effective the way they do it, and we managed to manage all of that. This weekend against Blackpool, they're a football inside, and we've got to be able to stand up to that as well.
That result on Tuesday means we've now won more games away than we have at home. We really need to do these last two properly.
Yeah, I mean, I said it on Tuesday night, we have to start giving our home fans something back. They've supported us so loyally over the season, and we haven't done enough in terms of giving them strong performances that gets good results. So we want to do it. We've got 2 home games left out of the 3, and we want to try and do it properly in these home games and get them a positive result that they can take away.
Expecting a big crowd with a big away following as well, so it'll be a good atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be fantastic if we can keep our fans with us. It really will. In the current climate, it's really difficult for me to stand here and appeal for them to come in, because they've shown real loyalty over the season. They've stuck with us. I trust them to do what they think's the right thing to do. We know that Blackpool are going to bring a lot of fans with them. They still have an outside chance, or maybe even a strong chance of getting in the playoffs. Probably need to win all 3 of their games to have a real good chance of it. So we know it's going to be an atmosphere created by what they will bring, and hopefully our fans will do what they've done all season and make it a good atmosphere for the home side as well.
I think they're only 3 points outside the playoffs, so they'll want to make sure at least they do what they can.
Oh no, they are 3 points outside of it, and they have 3 games left. But there's no easy game in this league, and we've got to make sure it's not an easy game for them with this weekend. On Tuesday night at Cheltenham, the challenge was to try and keep them involved in those bottom places, to try and give ourselves a boost. Now the challenge will be to stop Blackpool moving forward, and we have to do those things, because unfortunately our own fate's sealed now.
I was just looking before, they've had either a 1-0 win or a 1-0 defeat, or in a couple of 0-0 draws in the last few games. Do you expect it to be a tight game? I
do think it'll be a tight game, yeah. I mean, over the season, I think we've had 17 games where we've lost by the odd goal. So I do think it'll be a tight game. But the truth of it, it's only a tight game if we do our jobs properly, because Blackpool are a good side. And if we don't do it properly, it won't be a tight game. So we have to prepare as well as we possibly can, go into it with the belief that we took from last Tuesday, and make sure that we go and put a performance on.
Finn came off on Tuesday with a bit of a kick. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's a bit sore still, a little bit of swelling. We're hoping that it will settle down in time for Saturday, because it'd be nice if we can have an easy option of picking the same team. Harrison Neal's got a problem as well that we're hoping will settle down, but apart from that, I think there's just tiredness in there, but hopefully they should be fine come Saturday afternoon.
And Georgie started back-to-back games. Has he come through that 60 70 minutes okay?
He has, yeah. I mean, we've managed him so far with that, and it's nice to have an option of Josh Coyote to bring on when you're taking Georgie Kelly off. So those 3 hopefully will be okay for this weekend, and we'll be able to manage them, because it's a blow losing Dan Butterworth and Sean Maguire and not having them available. So we'll see how they all are come the end of Friday's session, but hopefully they'll all be fine for the weekend.
The team news, we just put out the statement about the 3 lads who were involved over the Easter weekend. Is that just closed now, that matter?
Yeah, it is. In all fairness to the 3 of them, they all came in and apologised straight away. They wanted to apologise to me. They want to apologise to the players. They haven't had a chance to do that yet, but they will. They want to apologise to the fans, because they know it doesn't look right. They know they've made a mistake. They've been disciplined in the severest way that we can within PFA guidelines. But we want to move forward now. They're young lads. They made a mistake. At any time of a football career, it's a mistake to have done it, but to do it in the current situation's a big mistake, because it just doesn't reflect well on the football club. And they know that, and they have apologised straight away. They've admitted it. Which I think is something as well. So we move forward now. They're back in the group training now, and we've just got to move on with it.
On to more positive news for second years, given third year scholarships. Good news for all of them.
Yeah, I think so. It's a different route we're taking with them, because normally when they come to the end of the scholarship, it's are they good enough for a pro contract, which means they have to come in to be involved with the first team because we don't have any other holding area for them. So we've looked at the third year scholarship as a way to try and get them more development time, more coaching time, rather than be involved in the chaos of first team. The way it works normally in a season is it's play, recover, play. Sometimes you get a week of training, so there's very little opportunity for that development stuff. So we're going down this route with them. And I think it gives them an extra year to show that they are worthy of coming into it. I think it's fair to say that all four of them are not ready for the first team at the moment, but they've certainly shown enough over the 2 years they've been with us. And when you consider people like Jake Allen's probably only a couple of weeks away from coming to the end of a first year scholarship, so to make a decision that he's going to be a professional footballer at that age is probably a little bit unfair. So we've looked to go down this route, and we'll see how that pans out over the next 12 months. They will train with the first team as and when we need them. They'll be involved in first team games as and when we need them. But I think the main idea of it is to give them another 12 months of development, stay involved with the academy, with the under 18 group. They're able to play in the youth team games if they need games, and they also have the option of sending them out on loan as well if we need to.
They've obviously had loans, all of them this season as well, which have really helped the development as well.
Yeah, it has. I think they've gone into senior football this year and they've all shown that they can handle that. And I think that's important as well, because that's a big step when you're trying to prepare players for that next part of the game. So we'll see how they all go. It's good for them. It's obviously disappointing news for the other second years who we've told are not going to be retained. But the challenge for those fellas is to go and show us that we've made a mistake, and they wouldn't be the first player to do that. They certainly won't be the last one either, because at this stage there's still so much more development for them, and hopefully they go on and have successful careers in whatever they choose to do.
This last one, you've mentioned it, but it's difficult for those lads, but we'll obviously give them any help that they might want going forward.
Oh no, of course we will. I mean, that's with Matthew coming into the academy, that's his role, to help them in a transition from being a sort of a YTS footballer to transition into whatever they want to do. There are lots of pathways that they can follow, and it's up to us as a club to give them the care that they need.